Hello, gamers, and we're doing Godkiller DM planning for, I think, episode 9? Well, yeah. So, anyway, we got our landing page here, as usual. Their goals for this session are return to the Borealis, travel to Dakar, investigate the sigils, check out Algetta's quarry, pet crown, of course, obtain a pet backpack, maybe, and maybe steal the bag of devouring? I don't think this is their goal anymore. But, yeah. So, things I've done since the last session are I have added links to the character sheets for the crew of the Borealis, just in case, to their little faction thing. I have also gone through everybody's character sheets and made sure that their abilities all had icons and all that good stuff. I usually go through player character sheets and make sure that they look nice and pretty every now and then. But yeah, other than that, let's jump into the notes here. I have blacked out certain things that I want to remain a secret. So, unfortunately, you don't get to see the secrets and clues or these interactions with Azar and Delavar that may happen or may not, depending on what they do. But yeah, our strong start, well, let's start at the beginning with our character review. Accidentally just drew on the page there. How do I get rid of that? There we go. So yeah, we start with the character review here, of course, going through all the characters, who they are, and then in my head I go over what their deal is and all that good stuff. I always have to leave myself a note so that we take breaks. And then the strong start, so the punchy opening to make people know that something is going on. And we have this opening with Azaran's response to Ravain's message from the end of last session, and then the party traveling to the Borealis. It's going to be pretty straightforward. I don't think there's going to be anything crazy that's going to happen. I do have this other travel event here that I need to think of, but I don't think this will turn out to be anything too crazy. I want to get back to the airship and get traveling as fast as possible. As far as the airship goes, I know that they can be powered by lightning, so I'm going to have them roll for thunderstorms just in case, because I know they are strapped for fuel. There might be some pirates attacking them, and if that is so, I have set up the Borealis map to have some pirate ships attacking them. So that's pretty cool. And as they move south, I will have the homeward compass start to move because it points somewhere in eastern Allura. You see, probably talk to the Borealis crew, and they're concerned about the university and all that. This encounter with some sort of large creature in the fog, I think, is pretty cool to flesh out the Astralis Mountains and what kind of stuff lives in it. And when they approach Jakar doesn't have a giant airship spire like Thalmanestra has. It is just a giant field that they land all their airships in, and you gotta pay for a parking spot, basically. And then I have some descriptions about what Jakar's like. So Jakar, according to our big document guide, I can pop that open real quick so that we can have a look at it. This is what I gave out to the players when we first started the campaign, and according to the guide, Lorik is a cosmopolitan paradise, and art is highly respected, and it's a generational society. So these are all things that I kept in mind while I was describing the city of Jakar, and that is what this kind of description here is based on. And now usually when players enter a new city or town, I have some sort of guide that can show them around, or at least give them some direction as to where things are in the city. And this time it is a merchant from Zalkir, who is very friendly and definitely wants to talk to as many people as possible. He's just he sees they're from out of town. He likes people from out of town, and yeah, he'll chat them up and all that kind of stuff. They'll see more events in the city, and then eventually when they check out Algota's Quarry, they'll find out that it is actually a theater, as described up here in my fantastic locations section. It is a theater that a bunch of people attend. It is packed all the time. They do shows. Right now it's an opera, and so I was thinking about things that could happen at the opera that are related to this note that they found, and I thought of the movie The Man with One Red Shoe, and it's basically about this guy who wears mismatching shoes to some event or something, and a spy mistakes him for another spy because apparently that was the signal that he was supposed to be a spy, but he doesn't know. So he gets caught up in all this intrigue and espionage and stuff, even though he's not actually a spy. He was just mistaken for one. So I think something like that would be funny, where an agent of whatever organization that note is related to walks up and mistakes them for being an agent as well. And we'll see how they play this off. It might be a really awkward conversation that the agent just gets tired of and walks away, or if they play it right, it could be really hilarious how if they convince them that they're actually an agent there. And then there's rumors that the princess is in attendance, and I think it would be interesting to have some conflict involving the royalty, where the princess wants to get out of her stuffy royal life, and she's looking to escape during this opera. So she doesn't really see the harm in it, obviously, because she's a sheltered princess. But I think it would be interesting to see how they react to that. And I don't know what she'll do yet. We'll see how it goes in the moment. Yeah, we'll see. But the princess will be in attendance, and she will be trying to get away from her handlers. So we'll see. And then I have two options here. Either one could happen. Either they're jumped by some drow, or they're jumped by some thugs. Either way, I have a alleyway map here. Oh, I forgot to set... Let me set the window here. So if you go here in Foundry, you can actually scroll down to this initial view position right here. And you can click this crop button, and that will make sure that whenever you switch to this screen, your camera defaults to this position. It's very useful on big maps or like oddly shaped maps. It's a really neat little feature. So yeah, I have this little alleyway map where they get cornered and they have to fight. So that could be one of two types of people for that. And then I have my important NPCs. If they want to talk to Zengu and Pajek, I have some little helpers here about like who they are. I also have the Borealis crew on here just for a reminder, because they're going to be talking to them quite a bit this session. I also have something about the king, and then I have a lot about the merchant that they're going to run into, because something mentioned in the document here is that it's a generational society. So, or multi-generational society, I probably should have put there. But, very large households, so grandmothers, fathers, daughters, sons, all that kind of thing. They all live under one roof in, like, big houses. And so, I wanted to get him some family members that I can... that he can mention and they can talk to and stuff. I put a note, since he's from Zalkir, I just put a note that Zalkir is based on some sort of Arabic influence, so I put that note down there for me describing him. And I also have the agent, the spy that they meet, this Tabaxi. And then I also have a little bit about the princess here. And then I have, for magic items and treasure, I have what's in the briefcase. And this stuff is kind of open-ended. We'll see what they do with it if they do obtain the briefcase. They might just ignore this, which is fine. I didn't write it as something that has to happen. I just wrote it as a potential thing if they decide to. I see two things happening. Either they do successfully play along with the spy and get the briefcase naturally, or they'll steal it and because they're interested in it, or they'll just ignore it. So I guess 3 situations. They'll just be like, "Huh, that's weird. Why is she carrying around a briefcase?" So we'll see how that goes. And then on the drow agents, they might leave behind their special armor, which I have stats for in here. Just some sort of like stealthy, evasive armor. What is this? There's an update to the system. I'll have to apply that before the session. So I will do that later. And as far as the notes go, this is about it. This is what I do for a session. I have some secrets and clues down here that are basically things that they might be able to discover, or things that I want them to be able to discover in this session. I have a little checkbox here for when they discover it, I check it off. Same with the potential scenes. When this happens, I check it off so I don't accidentally repeat things. It's kind of hard to do, but it has happened to me before. So yeah, that's my prep for session 9, and that'll be live in a few hours. So or I guess you'll be watching this VOD the day after. So yeah, that's all for today. Have fun watching our content. Make sure you like and subscribe, and catch us on Twitch, where you can subscribe with your Twitch Prime or regular subscription. That's fine as well. So yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see y'all later.